Wait, so are we all gonna be on this intro?
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
Oh, so I'm gonna start. You can see me already looking backwards.
Yeah, but not your full face.
Like awkward as fuck. Just like
It's
sitting there
okay.
doing it.
That's okay.
I like that. Even better.
It's okay. It's so scuffed. It's okay.
All good.
I promise.
It's only our second episode of the first episode.
Technically, it's only our second episode. What's up, everybody, and welcome to the second take of this episode of Listen Here with Monte, our very first podcast. Now, before we get into everything, I just want to let y'all know we are having some technical difficulties, but that always comes with learning and starting up a new project. So please if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm sorry for the lag. I'm sorry for the stutters. It's just we're working with what we got, and it will be better in the future. But anyways, guys, welcome to the first episode. I'm excited to bring it to y'all. And I am joined with my lovely co-host, a guy I met doing this content creation stuff, and I knew he would fit perfect in the show, not just with me, but with the whole show layout. Is it this way? Yeah. Tbarg.
Hey guys, what's up?
I had to know I forget I'm opposite. But guys, one thing about this podcast is we are going to try to bring in special guests every episode to not only talk about different topics, but to give insight on the gaming industry as well as just life in general and what it has to offer. So our first guest is a really good friend, someone I also met through content creation, and maybe knows a little thing or two about social media. You see him getting hyped back there? You see him? Guys, I want to introduce y'all to ElCafetero70.
Tbarg's or not Tbarg, fucking Monty's face right now. What's up, guys?
How's it
That
going?
That was even better the second time.
It was better this. See, I thought it was going to be fast. No,
No. It was supposed to be the Dr. Evil, like.
Okay, I didn't see you stutter. I just saw you turn slowly.
I know, but it just happened like that.
I might throw in the little dun dun dun.
Yeah. What's up, guys? I'm Fabian, also known as ElCafetero70 on everything else, but ElCafetero on Twitch by itself for some reason.
That's why his name in here is ElCafetero.
Yeah.
Anyways, so guys,
this is a soda.
Yeah. Why? I don't know.
Demonetized.
Right. Oh, this will get demonetized.
The 1:30 a.m. soda.
Yeah, guys, it's late, but that always comes with the fun times.
Yeah, the struggle of content creation, especially state or not. I was going to say statewide, countrywide.
Yeah. What do we got? We got Texas, Missouri, and
I'm from, oh my God, Cali.
what the hell was that?
Yeah, bro.
Oh my gosh, that scared me.
Surf's up, bro.
I never heard that from you before.
Oh my God.
That's scary.
Bro, I have a lot of voices. It's fucking weird.
Yeah, y'all saw my wife turning off the TV in the background.
Hi, wife.
We're doing this in our setups and yeah. Anyways, guys, we're going to get started. First thing, and I think everybody wants to know, is your background. Yeah, he's covering it up. It's not a soda. Anyways.
It's a soda.
Hashtag non-sponsored. Hashtag.
My setup? What are you talking about?
No, we want to know,
Oh, my background.
Your back. What the hell? What? Why would we ask about what's behind you? We can see you got the new Nike Roches back there displayed with some LED lights.
I'm a sneakerhead. I don't know why I had a SH.
Sneaker.
I'm a sneakerhead.
You're sneaky.
I swear I've only had one of those. Not even one. That's all I just said.
Sodas, by the way.
A soda. But anyways, I'm Colombian American. born here, but I have my papers over there, which is where I got the name El Cafetero, because that's a play on the nickname that people give like Colombians, especially like in sports teams. So for instance, the Colombian soccer team, they call all of them Los Cafeteros, you know? And so I took that and made myself like the Cafetero, El Cafetero. And so that's where my name came from. And then 70 actually came from also from soccer, because growing up, I would always play either number 7 or number 10. And growing up, like into my adult life, everybody was like, "Nah, bro, you're trash. You're not a 7 or a 10." So I was like, you know what? F y'all. I'll just put them together. And I turned 7 and 10 into 70. So
okay, so you multiplied instead of added.
Well, I added the two numbers together.
So that'd be 710 or 107.
Well, I dropped the 1 and then I 70.
I got you.
What kind of math are you doing, Monte?
Dude, I have no idea. It's 1.
7 plus 10 gives you 710 or 110.
Okay, because this is what he did. He goes, I put them together.
I went like this and went.
Yeah, he went.
There we go. Gotcha.
Like,
actually, I don't think I've ever told this on like camera before, but I've told my friend. But when I was little, like in kindergarten, that's how I used to do addition. I used to just put both of the numbers together. So
ate it out.
Somehow. So like back in the day, 2 plus 2 was 22.
What do we say to that?
What grade was this?
Who the hell? 10? Just kidding. It's kindergarten.
Oh god! I was like, dude, you were doing that in high school?
No, bro.
They were like,
no, that was kindergarten. I just for some reason remember that, like from kindergarten.
Well, okay. Right. Well, kindergarten's different.
Yeah. You guys remember kindergarten?
I remember I had chicken pox. Best 2 weeks off in my life. I'm just
had them chicken pox.
Yeah, that's about it.
Anyways, what was I going with this?
I don't know where you were going with this.
Yeah. So, that was after the whole like 70 thing. That's where I got that from.
Yeah.
So that's where I got my streamer name from. Unfortunately, with Twitch, I think I made that Twitch account a long ass time ago, and so that's why I dropped the 70 on Twitch, because somebody fucking has it, but nobody uses it.
Really?
Which doesn't make any sense. Yeah, if you look it up, it's a user, but there's no info, no profile picture, no videos, nothing.
Huh.
Yeah.
Maybe you made it in a Second Life and forgot the password.
Yeah, probably. I tried to actually like pretend that it was mine, and then I tried to like reset it, and I couldn't find the username or password, or not the user, the email or password.
Maybe you made it and forgot the password.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was like the first account that I made, like fucking
way back.
However long came on. But yeah, so that's why I'm El Cafetero on Twitch. But everything else is all the same. My email, my Twitter, my Instagram, my TikTok, my like everything is all 70 at the end.
He does an insanely good Renegade. Should see it.
I don't know which one that is. I was about to do the whatever that one was. I don't know. I'm sitting down.
Tbarg. Go.
I see where this podcast is going tonight.
Yeah, I know. This is take 2.
This is take 2, so we don't really care what's going on right now.
We don't. I might. Do you know what I might do is I might take the good parts of take 1.
There you go. Smart man.
And just throw them away.
Where else was I going with this? Yeah, so that's where my name came from.
Back to that.
And then I actually went to school for social media marketing, which is the reason why they wanted me to be on here.
Yeah.
Because he mentioned that on the first episode, but didn't mention it on this one. So.
Well, we were going to get into it at a later time.
Oh, okay. My fault.
And I think that's where Tbarg was actually going to lead it to.
Go ahead.
No.
No, okay. Well, Tbarg was going to lead it somewhere.
I was. Well, you kind of mentioned like about your like making your accounts and stuff, and you said even way back in middle school. It's like what's kind of like your content during, like, when did you get started? What's kind of like your journey from the beginning up to where you're at finally now?
So I really started making content after not after, it was like right before I like graduated, but not really graduated because I finished with a certificate because I'm too cheap to go back to school and get my bachelor's. But anyways, right before like that whole thing was over, they had us set up profiles and like track progress and track the analytics and track like the different types of content that we were doing and like our different social medias, because we have to have like a full brand around it. And so that's when I had the idea, like, hey, if I'm going to be doing this for school, I might as well like just get on it, you know? And so I started streaming on Facebook gaming, because that's when Facebook first became a thing. And started streaming there. And then I changed all my accounts because I used to have everything as Gomez Fabian70. And from there I was like, all right, cool. So I'm going to like make everything all the same. So I changed my Instagram username to ElCafetero70. I've already had the email ElCafetero70 at Gmail like a long time already, whenever Gmail was even a thing. So it was perfect. So now I had a business email. I had the Instagram, the Facebook page, the Twitter, and I think that was it, because TikTok wasn't really a thing a few years ago.
Did you do? Sorry,
no.
That threw. Sorry,
I had Vine, but I didn't make any content on Vine.
Okay,
I missed that. I wasn't really like in the zone of doing content yet. I was doing iPhone photography. I know, but that wasn't really going anywhere. It was just like for me to like do as a hobby because I liked photography. And so, which is kind of where this camera came from, because me and my wife do photography, videography, and stuff like that. And so, yeah, so it went from iPhone photography to streaming.
Crazy. What made you want to like become a streamer, I guess? Like, what was there like just one single thing, or was it a bunch of little things that just led up to this idea of, hey, like, I'm going to play video games on a camera in front of people?
I mean, I was always intrigued by it when it started becoming a thing, even like way before I was in college. And so, and I've been gaming since I was a child, like little. And so I was like, you know what, like this was intriguing. And then I knew that I can figure out a way for me to do streaming, even with that current setup that I had at the time. Because literally like all I had was an Xbox and a MacBook, and not even a webcam. I was using the MacBook's webcam. And I bought myself a $50 mic, and I was like, the Snowball. And I was like, all right, cool. This is what I'm going to rock for now. Just while I'm doing it for like my projects and shit. And then from there, after I finished school, is when I was like, you know what? I like this a lot. I'm going to keep doing it. And I just kept doing it till now.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's crazy how like journeys go.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, where people start from, and then years later they're like, yeah, I'm still doing this. Like, dang.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's actually when I first started. Oh, this isn't where I first was, but it was a few months like after I started, because I actually started at my own place when I had my apartment with the wife. And then as soon as we found out we were pregnant, we actually like moved back here. And then I actually set up shop like literally right here at this same spot, with this little desk that's on the right to me. And I was using, at that point when I had like a better setup, I was using a TV for my Xbox, and then I would have my Mac to stream on. And then just basically like I had the webcam like on the corner of the TV looking down on me. And that was like my stream setup for a while, until just little by little I started collecting stuff and buying stuff little by little, and then I ended up with this setup.
crazy. How many years have you been streaming now then?
Off and on, I'm coming up on 2 years in August.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it sucks because typically like somebody's like, oh yeah, my 2 year. And I'm like, usually I should already be like somewhere huge, but because it was so off and on, I basically might be equivalent to like a year almost, I think. But
Dang.
but technically, since it was so off and on, it's like yeah, it's been a while.
I think that's a really hard part though, like that you kind of touched on as being a streamer, and like you look at other streamers and you're like, oh, they've been doing this for 2 years and they've hit this milestone, and like you try to you and just kind of do it. It's just naturally compared to that, and then you're like, wait. Yeah. I mean, I myself, I'm coming up on a year and a half, and I see other people who are like saying 2 year marks and they're hitting this many followers and all this stuff, and I'm sitting here like, I'm not there. It's interesting how everybody's journey is gonna be different, no matter how you look at it. Somehow it's gonna be different, and in extreme ways too.
Yeah. But I just saw somebody that originally, like 6 months ago, they approached me to like play games, and like I never got around to it. Not that I didn't want to, but it just never happened. And they only had like 1,000 followers or something like that, and now they're like at 30-some thousand.
That's crazy.
Wow. Which I'll tell y'all later. They're in the Discord.
Really? Huh. Oh boy.
Yeah. They don't say nothing no more because I think they're salty for some reason, but they're in the Discord.
Oh, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you look at journeys and you look at other streamers like Tactical Grandma on Facebook. I think it was like last week or 2 weeks ago. She just celebrated her 5K.
Bro, nuts.
Yeah. And then now
I started following her like only a few months ago when she was at 1,500.
Yeah.
Yes.
Same.
Like before she went to I think it was PAX, right?
Yeah, she went to PAX East.
PAX East.
Yeah, yes. Before she went to PAX East, and then she met everybody.
Yeah.
And then that's when like everybody was like, yo, Tactical Grandma. And then everybody just started rating her and like getting all crazy. And she's now at like 10K. And she got supporters right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I was like,
she did have some issues. We'll get into that. But dude, that for a grandma? Oh, dude. Okay, so me and Tbarg participate in some streamer customs held by another streamer who we'll have on the show later. But dude, people are scared of her.
Yeah, she's really good.
I'll tell you what, that's what's so crazy. Like, you hear the talk about reaction times and gamers and stuff going down. That woman with the sniper, I'm not going near her.
No.
I'm not peeking anything if she's got a sniper. That girl is deadly.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Literally, that's all we wait for. It's like, all right, where's Tactical Grandma? Oh, there she is. All right, everyone go this way. Like, oh my gosh, that woman's crazy.
Congrats to her hitting that 10K mark.
Oh,
yeah, huge milestone.
Yeah.
And but like, luckily for her, I mean, not saying, I guess it's lucky, but I don't know if that's like the right word to say, but like, since she's a grandma, she has the time to full-time stream.
Yeah.
And she like, not only she's like super good, she's super like has it all together already, but like the fact that she's already able to like full-time stream is like huge too, because like she just blew up.
And I think the support she gets too, not just from her family,
because she's like the only one, dude. She's like the only grandma that
well, she's not the
I'm sure like people are grandmas on Twitch and stuff too, but but yeah, man, she's cool.
Yeah.
I'm technically her honorary grandson.
I am too. You can't
and
I
the grandpa
all this.
And the grandpa too, yeah. They both follow you?
You came you came after I did because I asked.
And guess what? I still got accepted. So
True.
Get off my face. Dude, don't ever try to one up me with grandma. I'll mess you up.
Yeah. Oh man. So we kind of touched on your social media. Talked about your content.
Kind of.
What? Let's get into some of the struggles like you've dealt with as a streamer so far. We've kind of like talked obviously, like, you know, one of them is how much time do we actually have to do it? How much time do you have to do it? How does all that work with juggling a job and a family and everything?
Dude, so like originally, the struggle was trying to get my wife to realize that I wanted to stream and it was a thing. And so originally it was already hard just to even say, hey, can I go play video games for a few hours? Like on stream, that was already a struggle. Now it's like, it sounds bad, but it's not really that bad because she still lets me do it a few nights. But back then it was trying to tell her about it. And then from there, it was dependent on my schedule at work. So typically I like having a set schedule so that way I can do stuff like this and like plan it out. But then some stuff would happen that I would have to like switch my days off, and then like it would throw off my stream, and then it would throw off my sleep schedule. And then when I first started, I was actually at a different store because when I first started, I was working with AT&T. And so I was working at a different store, which didn't take me as long to get home or take me that long to like go to work. And then there was like a middle point where I didn't stream for like a good few months. And that was like around when my wife was like 7 months pregnant. Because that's when, actually like more like 6 months, I think. Because I stopped like all through the holiday season.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and then from there, like, and she was pregnant, so like I was like, nah, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna fuck that up. I'm not gonna fight it. So I stopped for a while, and then when I came back, I was like, cool, new year, I'm gonna like start grinding. That was 2019, I think. New year, I'm gonna start grinding, and then I ended up switching stores again, and then I was actually driving all the way to Yucca Valley from where I'm at in Yucaipa, and so that's like, without traffic, it's an hour drive. It was like 50 miles.
Dang.
Yeah. And so
California, never mind. Okay.
Yeah, it's California. 50 miles for you guys is like, holy crap, but it's not that far technically for us, I guess.
Well, no, 50 miles for us is nothing. 50 miles.
Okay,
for
yeah,
us
you're in
takes
Texas.
us-
You're right.
Yeah. I was like, it takes us 10 minutes.
Oh, well, yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I think it's the California driving or something, and all the hills and mountains and all that. And so, yeah, I would have to get up earlier, and then I would be coming home later. And so I was just too tired to be streaming, and like I would only do it on my days off. And then on my days off, my wife wanted to hang out, and then, which obviously you hang out with your spouse, and didn't work out. And then it was just off and on. And then I finally figured out a balance, and then it all switched again. And then I ended up switching stores. And then from there, I ended up switching jobs in September. And then I finally got to where like I'm not working as much like in the store, so I can come home sooner. And then I had a schedule like for a good like few months where, and this is where I kicked off and got to where I was at in Facebook, where I got like my 500 followers. A lot of it came from morning streams.
Yeah, I remember you were doing those.
Yeah, I would wake up at 4:30 in the morning and then play at 7, or not 7, sorry. Yeah, 7 your guys' time.
Oh, geez.
And well, 6 years, but Monte. But yeah, I would start. Yeah, and so I would start super early. I wouldn't even like play with anybody. I would just play that early in the morning. Because that's usually when all the pro streamers are up.
Yeah.
And so I would be playing then, and not too many of like us little peoples were playing that early in the morning. And so that was actually helping me out to get eyes on me. Sorry, let me get that.
You're good.
My cat. Get the hell out of here. Get out of here.
I hope you can hear that. Oh.
Sorry about that.
You're good.
I hope you can hear that. I hope it caught that. I think
Get the hell out of it.
Because I heard it.
I know, I did it on purpose. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so morning streams for some reason was doing really, really well for me. Again, because not that many people are awake. like the streamers wise.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And a lot more people were like waking up for work and stuff like that. And so they would like put me on while they were like getting ready for work or whatever. And so a lot more of my friends were actually on that early for some reason instead of my night streams.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And so now that I switched to night streams, I don't have all of that viewership that like I used to. And so my growth has been kind of like, man, but yeah, that's also a struggle. But you know, I keep a clear head knowing that it's not all just about streaming. It's about making content in other social media platforms. And that's how I'm still going to be growing little by little. And I typically grow not while streaming more than I do while I'm streaming because of that.
Go ahead, Tbarg.
I was just saying that's kind of like a weird thing for me because up until recently, for me, that's not been the case. I've only grown on stream in like the past.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like it's only been the past month or two for me. I finally started growing off stream, and that's even with pumping out content outside of it. And it's just it's a weird feeling, at least for me personally, to finally have that happen where it's like, you know, I get on anytime I open my OBS on my gaming computer, I start getting the chimes from the people who follow it off stream and stuff like that. And I'm like, this is just, it's so weird. It's different to get used to, you know, and to wrap your head around the fact that I'm not even live and you guys are following, and it makes you feel good. That's kind of like a little, you know, little self-esteem boost that you're at least doing something.
Yeah, I actually prefer when people follow me off stream.
It makes me feel better about myself.
Yeah.
Because I know like the work that I'm putting in to help grow myself is actually working.
Yeah.
Instead of like, I don't know. I feel like on stream followers are like, oh cool, like you found me, sick. Let's see if you stay.
Yeah.
Whereas like the people that are off stream, they found you off stream, so they're following you like somewhere else. And then they're like, hey, cool, I'll pop in whenever I can, but they're still following you in other places.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And I mean, you've been pretty successful off stream too.
Yeah. I mean that.
I mean, growth wise, like how you're talking about, but not just on your stream. I mean, I'm pretty sure you've seen growth on all your other social medias, which leads to that
all the time. Yeah, which is crazy. And then like that I can thank the schooling that I had, because I mean, I kind of already knew that was a thing before I started school, but it solidified like, hey, it won't work if you don't do it this way. Excuse me, which is why I do it, and I live by that rule for every single social media platform. Like each one has its own way to go about it, but you can still post like some of the same stuff on on all the platforms, which I'm pretty sure I told you guys about. So like one clip that you do from your stream, you can put on TikTok, you can put on Twitter, you can put on Instagram, you know?
Yeah.
But there's times where, you know that, hey, I know this will work better on just Instagram, or, oh, I know this will work better just on TikTok, or, oh, I know this will work better just on Twitter. So once you like get into doing social media content, you start to realize like which avenue you should go with each one to help grow. Because you don't want to. So for an example too, I mean, I can go forever with this, so cut me off whenever you guys have questions or anything. But so like for instance with TikTok, I post my clips there, but I don't post all my clips there, and I don't post clips all the time.
Yeah.
So if that makes sense. So basically with TikTok, I do my clips, especially the ones that I know will do good on TikTok. Sometimes it doesn't do good, but I mean, the ones that I know like will do good on TikTok, I'll post on TikTok, and then the fillers will be me being on TikTok.
Yeah, literally. Like, because I watched one that you put up recently of just like you and your wife making, what was it, burritos or quesadillas? Yeah. Like, but it's stuff like that,
Yeah, but I made a joke about it too, which is why like I was like, I'm gonna put it on here, like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's more than just clips on.
Or just do like all the trends that you find like while you're scrolling. Imitate one of those. Imitate one of those. Like that's free. That's free views right there.
Now, so how long can we see you start doing shuffle dances on TikTok?
Renegade, dog. I want to see the Renegade.
I'm very surprised I haven't done that already, because me and my homie Chandler, like back in the day, we used to know all the dance moves for everything. And so before TikTok was a thing, we would like what fucking song? Just like
Drop It.
Pop Lock Drop It, fucking The Jerk, the SpongeBob, the fucking Soldier Boy.
Crank that.
Wait, SpongeBob?
Yeah, you didn't know what the SpongeBob was?
Let's get a demonstration. Well, on the podcast, let's see it.
I think it's if I'm not mistaken, it's this one.
If you're listening, dog, you can't see this, but YouTube, get ready.
I got the movement of I think it's like.
Is that called the SpongeBob? No, that's shoot. Is that part of the Dougie?
No.
Huh? That's not the Dougie, that's the SpongeBob.
What is that?
Dude, that's not SpongeBob.
Nah.
Yeah, it is.
That is definitely
in the
part
jerk.
Of the dance,
in the jerk. In the jerk.
Yeah.
It's
in the jerk music video.
It's in the jerk. Okay, that's what I'm thinking of.
No,
it is in that song.
Right now.
It's part of the dance to that song, but for some reason, I don't think I had a name called the SpongeBob.
Should I play?
I'll find it right now.
No, I got you. The SpongeBob. Well, hold up. That segues us to social media. All right. Now, I want you to talk about how important social media, getting your content across all platforms is.
Me?
Yes. Well, no, guy.
So here's the thing with little streamers. I'm talking to you. Don't just grind. Yeah, me too. Don't just grind your stream 24/7, and that's the only thing that you're focusing on. You literally are, one, gonna get burned out from streaming so damn much, and two, you're gonna get to a point where nobody's gonna see you, which we all end up doing, even when we're doing good.
Yeah.
There at one point there's gonna be nobody watching you, and you'll be like, "What the hell? What am I doing wrong?" God damn it, Kitty.
Well, while he goes deal with that, I think I personally was at that point, and I think everybody was.
Yeah, he's climbing all over my setup.
I mean, I'm with you. I've been there. You reach a point where you absolutely are burned out. That's why I always say, and I'll tell anybody.
Did you see me yeet the cat?
Yes, I did.
I didn't see the yeet. I saw the cat.
Oh, I was like, hey, and I was like, sorry.
No, you're fine. I mean, I'll say,
go ahead.
I'll say for like me personally, like I deliberately left a good full-time job to go full-time streaming. And like you said, you reach a point where you're like, I'm putting out all this good content, but followers aren't growing, views aren't growing. You're spending all this time streaming to next to nobody.
Yeah.
And that wears on you a lot. And the burnout becomes real, and you got to make a real life decision of, is it worth it? Is it worth all this time and effort that you're putting in? And I mean, sometimes.
Well, let me ask you, while you were doing the full-time streaming, were you doing your social media content like you were managing all socials, or were you just streaming?
No, absolutely not. And I think that was one of the biggest things I learned personally, was the fact that my mindset going into it was, oh, hey, I have all these hours, I can just stream full time, and that's how I'm going to grow. But with doing that became the slacking on, video editing. I mean, I still did it, but I can tell you, after an 8-hour day of streaming, I didn't have that the desire. I was like, all right, let me sit down at my computer for another 4 hours and edit this video and make it look good. So it was either I wouldn't put out videos, or, for lack of a better term, I'd half-ass the video I would put out. So it wouldn't be anywhere near the quality it could be, just simply because, like you said, burnout. You're just kind of like exhausted, and it doesn't feel worth it. And that's why I tell everybody, like, if you think going full-time is the right answer, think again and really question if that's the right answer, and ask yourself, like, am I doing everything I possibly can at this point in time with the time I actually have available to me to make the best out of what I have before, because I think you got to find a certain point before you actually.
I should have looked it up before I'm going to say this, but I'm pretty sure Stone Mountain only streams 4 hours a day.
That's an interesting. It's close. He goes live. His schedule's at noon. I believe it's noon or 12:30, and I don't know if he has like a set time.
About to find it really quick.
I think he goes more.
I think it's between 4 and 6 hours a day.
Yeah, I'd say 6.
Yeah.
But
if anything, 6. But from what I, for some reason, saw, it's about 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and I think
or maybe 5. But even then, my point, what I was trying to make is that even somebody like Stone Mountain doesn't stream 8-10 hour shifts. That doesn't happen. Yep. Like he puts out the content that he needs to for 4 or 5 hour stream, maybe 6. And then from there, although he does have a team to do the social media now, but typically from there, my point that I'm trying to make is that you should only stream for maybe 4 hours, and then the other 4 hours should be dedicated to making content and running your socials.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what I think is kind of unique about Stone in this aspect is, if you think about Stone, he's there for the content. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like he goes into this knowing, I want to make this video today or something of that sort. Not every day, but he has an idea of, okay, this week I do want to make this big video and drop this big video, rather than the gamer who is, I'm going to be competitive, I'm going to win, and I'm going to make, that's going to be my draw, is just perfect gameplay all the time. He's not focused on that. He's there just to have fun and make good content. And that's another determination you're gonna have to make, because it's a little bit easier to go into it in that mindset, I think, as a streamer, of I'm here to make content rather than I'm gonna win every single thing I play or be the best at every single thing I play, because there's so many good players at every game out there.
Mm-hmm.
And I think one thing that people should look at too is find something that works as well. That's outside of streaming. For instance, since we're on Stone Mountain, his YOLO videos, him being the commanding officer with a walkie-talkie sound effect, and him just going in, having a great time, making funny content, and people enjoying it.
Mm-hmm. And now that you say that, what's funny about that, that's how I first ever found out about Stone Mountain. Didn't even know it at the time. Was I used to watch his GTA videos where he would do that sergeant. Mm-hmm. And then whenever he started to go live and he started to do it on stream, it finally clicked with him. I've seen you before.
Yeah.
But you weren't streaming live. You were just, he was pumping out the content. And that's what I had noticed first before anything else with him.
Yeah.
And I think that's what you're trying to get to, Fabian, is your other content outside brings those people in. Mm-hmm. And it's important that you take the time to push out that other content. I'm bad about it. I really am.
Everybody is. There's times where I'll be streaming and then I don't clip my stuff, or I don't make content outside. We're all guilty of it.
I think that's probably the hardest part to being a streamer, is the content side. Anyone can go sit down and game in front of a camera.
Yeah.
But being able to actually be disciplined and do that, that's difficult. And like you said, we're all humans, and a lot of us still aren't great at it.
Yeah.
That's a tough commitment.
That's where the experience comes in, of just doing it for years without quitting.
Yeah, absolutely. And you learn better ways. You learn the tips and the tricks and quicker ways to do things, and it's all a long process that you just got to persevere and keep going.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to know, because me and Tbarg, and I'm not gonna call out his name, but if he's watching this or listening to this, he'll probably know. But me and Tbarg ran into a streamer who doesn't use TikTok. But I want you how
a lot of streamers don't, but yeah, go ahead.
How important is TikTok for a streamer?
So I learned this only about maybe 5 months ago, 6 months ago, probably.
Okay.
And I learned it because of where I work part-time as an intern, as the social media content. we would be talking about it like in our meetings all the time. Like, hey, we see people growing on TikTok. Hey, we see people growing on TikTok. And then we're seeing like businesses starting to do TikToks, and we're like, hey, you know, like we should actually look into this. And come to find out, like I started like searching Call of Duty clips. I started searching Fortnite clips, and like there was a lot of people posting clips on there. And back then, like shit you not, it was just the clip itself. And then now it's turning into like TikTok clips instead of like just regular clips.
Yeah.
Because people are starting to learn how to use the platform to its potential and all that stuff. And so if you're not on TikTok as a streamer, get your ass on TikTok.
Absolutely. 100% agree with that.
Like it literally, when I first started streaming, it was, all right, everybody, like you need to get an Instagram. That's first priority. Get your Instagram, start posting clips on Instagram, blah, 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 blah. Now, well, not now. Then when I started streaming more, I found Twitter overtook Instagram. And so Twitter is most important because that's where you're going to learn that's how you're going to learn about other streamers. That's literally where we all hang out, because for some reason, unless you're like really big and push your Twitter all the time, for some reason, everybody has not that many followers on Twitter. Like, to be honest, where I'm at on Twitter is probably where a lot of pros are at on Twitter. I don't even have that many followers. I have like 260 something. And that's where you get to talk to everybody. That's where most of them actually respond. You'll start finding conversation with like other people that you didn't even know were partnered, and then you're like, oh, like that's cool. Like, and then that's where you start building relationships and like find people to play with, you know? So Twitter was number one. And now for sure TikTok takes the cake, only because of the reachability that you can get from TikTok, but only if you do it correctly. And what I mean by that, like I said before, is not only posting just your clips, because that shit's going to get stale pretty quickly. You have to, I mean, just saying, like, don't just post your clips and that's it and expect to just grow just off your clips. Like, actually post like you're doing on kind of like how we all used to do on Instagram. Like, we would post our clips, but then we would do like, oh, like I'm going to be a photographer, and then take a picture of like where I'm at, or, oh, look at the sunset, or, oh, look at this. Like, start posting Instagram stuff, not only just your clips. And so you're going to have to take that approach with TikTok. And post your clips, post all your funny stuff, post all your good stuff. Even your regular stuff that you're proud of, you can just reword it to where you're like, hey, look, like I got to do this. I'm starting to grow. I'm starting to practice. Like, people like that shit for some reason.
Oh yeah.
Like, you can do like a mediocre clip. Like, if you didn't have anything in the clip, you can just post like your best, like quick little 2-shot, like pop, pop, like, hey, look guys. And then on the comments, look guys, my aim's getting better. Like, yay. And then people are like, yeah, man, nice. For some reason it works. And so there's always a way to like reword your content to make it better too. And you just gotta play with the algorithm on each and every one of the platforms, and then you'll start growing.
Oh yeah.
On Twitter, just to do another rant, on Twitter, the best thing to do is for you guys, because I forgot that I said this on the first one and not this one. The best thing that you guys want to do on Twitter, and I'm not saying that there's like, this isn't like the secret sauce. Like, I mean, it is, but you have to do it correctly. And what I mean by that is you need to respond 90% of the time and post 10%. I mean, that's what you need to do when you're first starting and you're growing your Twitter, because just like the person that you're responding to, they're wanting feedback and they're wanting people to like see their Twitter.
Yep.
And so you have to take the initiative and actually respond to them, and then just don't expect them to follow back. Don't be like, hey, I'm responding to all your shit. Why aren't you following me back? Like, don't do that. You can go like a year without them following you, but stay consistent And if they're actually interesting to you, keep following them. If they're like a dead account, you can unfollow them, whatever. But follow them, post like, oh man, great job, like on each and every one of their stuff, like, or and be sincere about it. Don't just say it and you don't mean it in your heart, you know?
Yeah.
And eventually people will see that you're actually a genuine human being that's like trying to grow yourself, and they'll see that, and then they'll return the favor and follow you back eventually. Or some will just like, hey, cool, you followed me, I'm gonna follow you back right away.
Yeah.
And then from there you just go back and forth commenting on each other's stuff.
And even like if you don't get the follow back, you know, like still just building that relationship, because you don't, you know, say you go to PAX East or go to some other convention, you run into the person, they have that connection built. Like, oh, hey, like I've had communication with this person before, and it gives them something to relate to, rather than just, you know, no matter their size, maybe they won't brush you off if they're some massive person, because they can be like, oh, I recognize your name from somewhere else too.
Yeah.
And I think that one thing that you said is important is be genuine.
Yeah.
Don't assume, or don't pull a fake. Don't be fake.
Yeah, don't be fake.
Essentially, like, even if it's a partner, even if it's like Twitter is verified users, they have their own different notification system. But even then, if you're being genuine with a verified user, you have other people that follow that user. They're like, well, hey, I like that guy. You know, he's talking truth. And, you know, that builds relationships right there. But even non-verified users, like partners that, you know, like partners on your streaming platform, you know, like other top people, even if you're genuine with them, they're going to respect you.
Yeah.
To a sense. Like, they may not know you, but if you run it, like if you go to a convention, like Tbarg said,
but they'll give you at least the like.
Yes.
Yeah. You usually at least get that like,
and that's
at least
when
you get a like,
you know.
Yeah. But I mean, even if you go to a convention and they're like, hey, I like how you're genuine, and then you're the same person that you're in person.
Yeah.
That you are on Twitter.
In person. Yeah.
You know, the way you conduct yourself on Twitter and the way you conduct yourself in person is the same. That builds a better relationship, because they already know how you are.
Yeah.
And if they like you, they like you. If they don't,
they don't.
They don't. Yeah. Like, it's not the end of the world. So
absolutely.
I mean, yeah. Well, social media, big thing for streamers. And I think you said social media kit for streamers: Twitter, Instagram, TikTok,
everything.
Now.
I mean, but technically everything. I mean, you should technically use YouTube, but since I haven't, shout out Monte. But I think with YouTube, Monte, correct me if I'm wrong, because this is your expertise. Can't just post just your 30-second clips on there and expect to grow a following. You have to like dedicate time to like do montages and shit. Like,
well, not necessarily. So the way YouTube's algorithm works, to a sense, and you know, this is coming from me from streaming and uploading videos. You can post like 2-minute videos, 3-minute videos, and call MB montages to like a song. And those could be your first thing. Like, hell, my first 2 videos I uploaded were my montage and my stepbrother's montage. But with YouTube, there's billions of people in the world, but there's billions of people on YouTube. And I think they said like 300 million people watch YouTube at the same time. You know, so to reach those people, you have to make sure your content is good. Don't just take a clip and post it. You know, take the time, take the editing time, which is huge if you're wanting to venture out in YouTube. You know, take the editing time, take the content time. Just think about your content. Don't just be like, oh, this is going to be funny. No. Trust me, someone's already done it. If you look up Fortnite,
good luck.
Yeah. There's a lot of people. If you look up any video game, there's a lot of people.
I'm gonna turn the fan on. Hold on. Go ahead. Keep rolling.
So I mean, YouTube is very, very saturated, and just like other streaming platforms, which we're going to get into, you have to take the time in to do it, and it's rough. It's a rough thing. I started it's exactly like streaming. Your first videos, you're not going to get anything. I think let me pull up my first video.
And it's not going to be your best video.
Oh no.
Except that
Yeah.
you're going to look back at it even just a couple months down the road and you're like, wow, I actually thought that was a good video to post, and you'll laugh at it. And I do it all the time. Multiple times I've gone back and looked at my first video I've ever posted.
Oh yeah.
I just shake my head and laugh about it.
I mean, so here's my take on it though. But like, instead of you focusing so hard on like trying to make the best content possible for your first few goes, like, I feel like it's more important to just pump out the content to like, not just pump out content, but like what I mean is like get the habit of doing it first down.
Yeah.
And then from there grow.
Oh yeah.
I would agree with that. Absolutely.
And I mean, that's what I did. Because I mean, I'm looking at my first videos here.
Yeah, go ahead.
And they were montages. Okay. And then, that back in the day, that was when Fortnite was pumping out live events left and right.
Oh, back in the day.
Like Ice Storm event, Marshmallow concert. This was
the good old days.
Yeah. This was also like when Apex Legends was coming up, and Scissors was doing his death runs. And then I was just pumping out creative videos. Like these games.
Vlogs.
Do what?
Like vlogs or
no? Like so Fortnite creative.
Oh, those.
Yeah, I was pumping out creative videos because that's a huge thing. Like there's a website you go and you can find a map and you can do it. Make a video on it. Pump them out.
Or you can make your own map and be like, hey, everybody, here's my code for the map.
Yeah.
And then
oh yeah, there's a bunch of people who do that too. But I mean, like, keep an eye on the content. But yeah, at the beginning, pump out content or pump it out. Even if it's, I mean, you're streaming 4 hours a day, download that stream, put in an editor, and make a montage. I mean, you have to go through 4 hours.
Fucking 4 hours of streaming, but I mean.
But I mean, you can cut a lot of like the in between times too.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, like, pump out content, even if you cut half of it. Like when there's a will, there's a way. And if you pump out that content, that's one thing with YouTube is if you're consistent. That's when they start, hey, this guy's serious. This guy's serious about YouTube. Okay, let's throw his content out somewhere else. And that's when not only was I doing videos, when I switched to vlogging, my first vlog blew up. I mean, to me, it blew up. It has like 500 views.
I mean, that's blowing up, bro.
Yeah.
Especially on YouTube.
Yeah. But I mean, that's also where I gained a lot of followers too.
Really? That's crazy.
Followers, subscribers.
Yeah.
And so then I was pumping out vlogs and video. Find what works for you, essentially, and do it.
Dude, I wish I had the time to edit YouTube videos, man.
Editing. That's another thing, guys. Editing.
Yeah, if you're gonna be a YouTuber, that's a whole fucking different ballgame. You got to stream for maybe 2 hours and then do the rest.
Stone did a thing with Pipeline, I believe, and there's a massive content creator out there, and he's only on YouTube, I believe, and I can't think of the name, so it's really bad to bring up. I should have this on hand.
If you talk about it, I probably will know.
Basically, this guy, he's made his name off of his videos, and Stone talked to him, and he was like, how has this been like for a process? And he goes, more or less, I'm gaming. I spend 4 to 6 hours a day gaming. Doesn't stream, but he's recording that. And he was like, you guys see these insane clips. Takes me 4 to 6 hours to build them all, but then I in this 4 to 6 hour span, maybe I pull 2 to 3 awesome plays. And then he's like, I put that in a video or a clip.
Fucking truth, bro.
And then boom, there. And he's like, that's how he's built it. So like, he's like, yeah, what people don't know is that like I don't stream. I'm not a pro gamer. I just spend this much time recording, and then I go through and I find the clips that were good, or in some cases really great, and I just post that, and people love that. He's like, I don't feel a need to stream because people love just the clips and montage that I make. Okay, I don't remember who it was.
That's a lot of YouTubers.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of this guy is.
That's
like
a lot of everything. So here's the secret of social media, guys. A lot of us are fake.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Yeah, I like to tell people
like not in the sense of like we're all like not who we are, because we are.
Yeah.
But in the sense of like how we're all posting our best clips. All these people, especially the guys that are like, all of my clips are all me being super good. Especially those dudes. They are all just like you and me. They probably win like 1 out of 5 of their games. But even then, even if they lose that one, if they have like a few good like kill streaks or whatever, like they'll clip that and be like, look at this shit, bro. Like I was going ham, but come to find out that was his only 5 kills of the game, and he was at the bottom of the list, but he doesn't show that, or she.
Yeah, this is definitely an industry where it's like the fake it till you make it. Like that term is it, right? Like, I may not be the best gamer in the world all the time, but that 30 seconds that I am, you're gonna see that, and I'm gonna make sure to pump that out to you, so you think I'm one of the best gamers in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And one last thing about YouTube, and then we're going to get into some streaming platforms.
Yeah, that's fun.
One last thing about YouTube is, you don't have to be the great gamer, but if you show your personality like you do on stream, but do it in a video. I mean, don't get me wrong, Wildcat is an insane gamer. I don't know if y'all know who that is. Wow. Okay. But
Wildcat, I've only been in the industry for like maybe 2 years, maybe.
Oh, okay. Well, Wildcat and the group he plays with, not all of them are good gamers, but they're funny together. And that's what pulls a lot of people. Is
back to creating good content.
Yeah. If you show your personality, you show them you being funny together. Like that helps out.
Yeah. I mean, so because we don't know Wildcat, I think that's like the big draw to like Ninja, Tim the Tap Man, and Courage and that group. Whenever they get together, it's just funny. Whether or not it's something crazy is going on or not, they're all outstanding gamers. Don't get me wrong. Their skills are through the roof. But at the end of the day, like they're all, the best part about their streams is the comedy aspect whenever they all get together. And you can tell like they have this genuine connection with each other and feel a part of it. Yeah. And just focusing again on the content, the quality of the content you're pumping out rather than the quantity of content you're pumping out.
Yeah. All right. Here comes my favorite part. Let's get into streaming.
We're all on different platforms, guys.
Yeah.
All different platforms.
So currently,
yeah.
Because I'm more than likely, I know for sure I'm gonna go back to Facebook. I'm not gonna stream full time or stay on Twitch. But go ahead. We'll do this.
Well. Okay. So I moved to YouTube for streaming.
Yep.
And to go back to making videos. I was on Facebook. Let's talk about Facebook first. And their issues. Let's talk about the pros and cons of each streaming platform.
How much time do we got?
We're about to hit an hour.
Man, it's
okay. Well, how about this?
Fine.
We'll say Facebook for last. Okay. Let's do pros and cons of the first few. Let's start with YouTube since that's me.
Oh, we should have started with the easy one to get it over with.
No, we're going to talk about Mixer and Twitch together because they pissed me off.
Well, okay, go ahead.
Okay, what do you want?
No. I was just going to say, go ahead, YouTube.
Well, YouTube streaming is fairly easy. Okay. You just get on and stream. Okay. And
can you tag video games in there? I was meaning to ask you that.
Yeah, you can tag video games. You have a title. You have a thumbnail. But the one thing that I like about it is the genuine aspect of it. Is the people who view it aren't bots that see it, and they're not spam, they're not nothing. So like, I'm not gonna lie, my stream is averaging like 30 something views. I like that because I know it's real people.
Total or concurrent?
Concurrent.
So like, there's literally, you can see the thing saying there's 30 people watching your shit.
Oh,
at a time.
Well,
like that's what I meant. Concurrent is like you actually showing that ticker saying that this is many people are watching you.
Concurrent, I'm doing like 5 at a time.
Okay,
but
which is still
overall,
good.
Yeah. Downside of YouTube, but like it's easy. All you have to worry about is subscribers. There is some monetization, but they make it to where you have to upload. You have to do the rest of the platform.
You don't get monetization on your streams, do you?
So the only monetization I get is like donations
on your uploads. Oh, on your donations.
Okay. But like if I want,
when do you get donations on YouTube? When you hit 1,000?
No. So when you hit 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, you can start putting ads.
Okay.
When you hit 100K, when you hit 100,000 subscribers, you can start doing super chat, which is like people donating through the link, like donating through chat and not having to go through like your page.
Oh, so what you're doing is like linking your like Streamlabs account or something?
My Stream, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, your Stream Elements?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I think at 10K, I have to go back in. You get 10K super chat, 100K is like supporters or subscribers, like equivalent to like Twitch and Mixer, and is where like you get emotes, you get special access, stuff like that. So I mean, you have to.
That's big as hell.
Yeah, but I mean, with YouTube, you have to put the work in.
Yeah,
and that's what I wanted. Downside of YouTube streaming, it's on YouTube.
Yeah,
YouTube is not at the moment. It's not made for live stream. It's it's more made for video uploads, and it right now it's harder to find live streams, but they're working on it. You know. That's the
they definitely. I can say they don't stand out on YouTube. Like if, and I know this from, by the way, I don't do this anymore. It's technically illegal, but you find like live streams and stuff of like, say you want to watch a TV show, like I do it for live fights for the UFC.
He does.
They don't stand out though
FBI.
Versus the other videos.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you literally will see like a live, but it looks like it's part of the title. Like someone literally could have typed live in their title.
Yeah.
And that's what it looks like. So I get what you mean by like the discoverability side of it on YouTube. That's a hurdle.
Yeah,
for sure.
But and there's no such things as raids. I don't think. Every time I end a stream, I don't get the option.
Dang, that sucks.
But it's a good thing and it's a bad thing too. The good thing is because I'm not discouraged about it. Like if I don't get it, which I'll explain.
Because it's not a thing.
Fair point.
Yeah.
But the bad thing about it is there's not other YouTube creators helping find other YouTube creators,
Yeah, because there's no way to do it.
Yeah.
But.
So I mean, to me, those are the upsides and downsides of YouTube. YouTube's great at the moment. I'm not worrying about, reactions.
Well, dude, I mean, you're honestly, out of all of us, you're the one that is already disciplined in making YouTube content. So that should be where you're at, anyways.
Yeah,
I agree. So, like, what about
Fabian. That's what my name is.
Fabian.
I know. I've been up since 5 a.m. yesterday. Thank you.
Going on 24 hours.
So what has Twitch been like? I guess like some pros and cons. What do you dislike about it?
So, I really wish that Facebook and Twitch just had a baby.
No, that sounds so weird, but
it sounds so weird, but it makes sense.
It does.
So here's the thing with Twitch, it it has the benefit of being the live streaming platform for the longest. I think, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And so it pretty much has like everything down, like for chat, for emotes, for subs, for getting people to make money right away.
Yeah.
Because you get subscribers literally at 50 followers.
Yeah.
Which is like almost nothing. I mean, for some people it is tough to get to that mark, but to go back, if you're just streaming, the thing with Twitch is that you don't really get that discoverability that you do on Facebook. Like, shit you not, I got to level up probably almost like a month of Facebook streaming when I first started. And that literally all it took was for me to say, hey, friends and family, I made a Facebook page where I'm going to be doing all my live streams.
Yep.
Please like this. And I already had 700 like Facebook friends. And so 70 of them were like, all right, here you go. Here's your like. Yeah. So I had 70 followers on my Facebook page.
Yep.
We'll talk about Facebook, but yeah.
Yeah, but there you go. But like Twitch doesn't have that. So it's harder to gain a reach and to get discovered on Twitch. But once you build and once you have like the community there on Twitch, I feel like people there stick around longer. And you also have the added benefit of like, say for instance, if you and like you being the Twitch streamer and a Facebook streamer and a Mixer streamer all try to go get the same sponsorship, I'm pretty sure 9 times out of 10, the Twitch streamer is going to get first dibs. Especially if you guys are all around the same, like, same size like on each platform. So
it's that
for some reason, that credibility that you were able to shut up, you're able to grow that on Twitch versus all the other platforms.
Yeah.
Which blows my fucking mind because Facebook, you get more people to view your shit, but they don't think that it's the same.
I mean, the thing that I've always said since I've started doing this and really followed live streams is like the idea of people who are on Twitch, they're there for the video games. Just like the people who are on Mixer, they're there for the video games. Whereas like Monte said for YouTube, like, you know, they could be there for anything, you know, just searching through videos. And Facebook especially, you know, it's just social media at that point, and they might scroll across your stream and see it, but the odds are they didn't come there to watch someone play video games. They came to check up on what their friends are doing or whatever is happening.
They came to check up on their grandma.
Yeah, you know, like they don't go to Facebook for video games, whereas Twitch has that pull of, if you're going to Twitch, you know what you're there for. You know what you're going to get out of it, you know?
Okay. Now that was brought up, Mixer. We're going to say Facebook gaming because...
Facebook gaming for last?
Yes.
For last?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Because...
So Mixer.
I think everybody has opinions and whatnot. But Mixer, pros and cons.
I feel like Mixer could be there. But it's such a broken platform right now that, unfortunately for me, I've even tried uninstalling and reinstalling the app countless amount of times. I don't get anybody's notification on their live, like at all. I even like uninstall the app, reinstall it, and then I even go to that streamer and I toggle on and off their notifications countless amount of times, and I never get it. For some reason, I downloaded Mixer on my iPad to test it. I get all the notifications on my iPad, but I don't get it on my iPhone.
That's crazy.
That's weird.
I don't know if it's just my iPhone, but if it's happening on my iPhone all the time and it doesn't fix itself, how many other people aren't getting notifications from Mixer?
Yeah, you can't be the only one. I will say what I do like about Mixer is their interaction stuff they have built in. Like,
with Monte doesn't like...
Really? See, and that's what I like it, just because it's easy for someone to interact. Like, they can send sparks or, you know, sparks just like...
I love that.
It's nothing, but it's something. Like, it's something for engagement.
Oh, yeah.
And so, like, I kind of see
so much to where Twitch actually did it themselves because Mixer, people liked it on Mixer so much.
With
exactly
channel points, right?
Yeah.
So like that'd be like my one plus for Mixer that I see on that platform. But outside of that, I mean, maybe you guys have some, but that's what I like about Mixer.
Well, one thing I did like about Mixer was, like you said, the interaction with chat, because I felt like if sparks are free just by watching, following, I think chatting too gets you sparks.
Yeah.
And for people who are skeptical about, well, hey, should I donate? Should I do this? That gives them a good chance to do it, get stickers, and still, be active with chat. So I love the Sparks idea. Another good thing about Mixer too was probably just the community of other streamers.
Like, from what I've heard,
that's what I mean. I
go
see
off
it.
Of community.
Yeah.
The thing that I heard, for you to even be partnered, in your contract for partner, you have to help grow small streamers.
Yeah.
You have to help small streamers. So they literally, after they end their stream, they will find somebody to raid.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Absolutely.
And
from what I've heard.
Yeah. And well, I mean, not just that, like the way with the one thing about Mixer is people aren't looking at competition.
Mm-hmm.
They're looking at,
we need to grow this platform together.
Yeah. Like, hey, we're all in this together. Like High School Musical. Anyways, and that was one thing I saw too when I was streaming for a little bit over there, was just the community and how everyone talked about each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was no drama like how Twitch is or how YouTube is, or like YouTube
sometimes
has its
Facebook.
Yeah, there's Facebook. But the one thing about Mixer, babe, are the mini games.
What really grinds his gears.
What grinds my gears and pisses me off, and the reason why I'm not streaming on Mixer, is the games that these streamers can.
There's one person in chat.
Integrate. Yeah. Is integrate for chat to play. Like there was one streamer on Mixer who had like 4 to 5 games for chat to play. I feel like if you're there to interact with the streamer, talk to him, watch his gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
Not playing freaking Flappy Bird or whatever they have in there.
What, they got Flappy Bird on Mixer?
I don't think so. That was just
imagine.
That was just a game that popped up because I missed it.
Hey, there's an idea for you guys, Mixer.
Pick up a new streamer. Monte will switch.
Hell to.
Oh, good thought, right?
Shut up. We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that off camera.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a person come in and ask, "Hey, do you have any games?" Like, no, I'm not my little nephew. You got games on your phone? No, I'm not. I'm not going to add games for you to stick around. Which, I mean, again, I could see the smart side of it because it brings that follower back.
Mm-hmm.
But
and it also fills in downtime while you're in the menus.
Oh yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I also feel like that's a time for you to talk to chat.
Oh well, yeah.
And I'll be like, "Oh wow, Billy, you got the new high score? Oh, wow. Who's going to beat him?" Like I don't know. The games part drove me away from Mixer. Hard.
Mm-hmm. I can understand.
I was like, "Oh, Mixer. Oh, you got games?" Uninstalled, deleted the account, everything.
So the thing that I really like about Mixer, and nobody really talks about it, and it's not enough to get me to switch to Mixer, but I like it a lot, is that your social media accounts are literally right on your main profile.
Yeah, that too.
Like literally the button is right there.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And they're like on your front page, and like when you click it, it's one of those like in-app hyperlinks. So if you click Facebook from Mixer, it actually jumps to the app and it opens up Facebook instead of going to a browser.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Same thing with Instagram, same thing with Patreon, same thing with Twitter. Like it's all right there.
OnlyFans? No.
Probably.
No.
Well,
no.
So let's
get into the fun one.
Yeah.
The one that we all have had.
This is where we all met, which is why we have so much to say about Facebook.
Yes, and I guess I'm apparently the only one currently still streaming on Facebook in the current moment. For now.
Yeah, he's moving. I'm not.
So, I mean, like, we can go on for days. Let's just start off. What do we love about Facebook? Like Facebook gaming and the idea behind it and how it's grown in the past 2 years it's been a thing now.
Yeah. So the thing that I like about Facebook a lot, which is why I chose that to be my first platform, is the fact that it's freaking Facebook, which is like the biggest app, like social media app on the planet.
Yeah.
And with that comes algorithms, with that comes reachability. The app basically puts your stream on somebody's random timeline saying, hey, maybe you'll like this live streamer, and people just find you.
Yeah.
Like out of nowhere, I've had a stream where I had 9,500 views on it from Facebook just because I started playing FIFA one day and probably like 1 or 2 people were watching FIFA, and I was on a really good day. And like, I was like, there's a lot of people typing in chat, and I was talking back with chat, and we're just having fun getting people to play against me. And like, I eventually had like, I think 60 people at a time watching me, like at like literally the ticker said 60 people.
Yeah.
And it was just going, and I was just like, holy shit, like this is nuts. Like, and I only had like 200 followers at the time. Not even, I had like 150.
Mm-hmm.
And I was pulling that many views.
That's awesome.
Whoa.
Like you don't get that with no one else.
Yeah, absolutely. I would agree with that.
Yeah. And
which is why even if they have all these problems, that's probably still the number one reason why I will come back.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean that happened to me too when I played Minecraft. And one stream was 32K views. Mm-hmm. And I think I had I think it topped out at like 145 people watching me at a time. Yeah. And I was like, no raid, no nothing. Like people were like, hey, this dude's kind of funny. Or this dude's like doing something great. Like I do like that aspect of Facebook. You can reach a lot of people. And I think another thing is what you mentioned before is like you have your support of friends and family who are like
literally right there, which is that's the only social media account that they probably have and use. And so you literally can just take your stream and be like, hey, Facebook friends, I'm streaming right now. And you can literally just click on the video and actually watch it right there. You don't have to go to another app. You don't have to like click the link to go to Twitch. Oh crap, you don't have Twitch. Download Twitch and then watch me.
And sign up and
sign up and watch me.
Mm-hmm.
And
go ahead, Monte.
No, I was just saying, just that the friends and family. I think I was the same way too, where I was like, hey guys, I'm starting a streaming page on Facebook. Come, drop a follow. You don't have to have notifications turned on because I know that would be a spam.
Specifically, just follow. Don't put notifications on.
Yeah. I was like, if you want me spamming all the stuff I would type and video, like, you don't have to do that. Turn them off. Just follow. It might pop up occasionally, stuff like that.
Yeah. I don't know. See that's a weird thing for me because like you guys talked about friends and family and the support. Because I've gone the complete opposite way. It still blows my mind that I'm still on Facebook for this reason. It's almost like I almost don't want my friends and family knowing, not necessarily knowing, but like I've never reached out to friends and family. I've never personally shared my stuff out on my personal Facebook. I try to keep it as separated as possible.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Well,
they're gonna find you anyways. Like,
oh no, they like
well.
it was. We had my 5-year class reunion for high school this year, and that's what I was known for. Everyone's like, "Oh, you play video games now?" I was like, "Why do you guys know about this?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the reason for me personally is that I didn't grow up a lifestyle of playing video games and stuff. This was not me. By any means. I played.
So what was Tbarg supposed to be? Let's hear about that.
Tbarg, he was a big athlete through high school, growing up, and had some.
Were you the captain of the football team, Tbarg?
He looked like a basketball player.
I played basketball all 4 years. I had aspirations to go somewhere with basketball. I got to the senior year, junior, senior year. How tall? 6'1" on a good day.
That's short.
Yeah, I'm not tall enough. But no, I just played a lot of sports. I spent. I was so busy.
I'm 5'10". No, I lied. 5'9.5".
Well,
I'm 6'5".
You're not 6'5".
I am. 6'5".
I would believe that.
Are you really 6'5"?
I'm really 6'5".
That's dope. I'm the shortest one. Yay!
No, I think Wolf.
That's crazy.
I think Wolf's shorter.
We haven't mentioned that. I think Chris is actually shorter than. But anyways, we'll get to that.
Yeah,
we'll get to that another.
Go ahead, Tbarg.
That's on pro spots.
But no, that's
yeah. I don't know
like,
about that.
That's kind of me. I come from sports, not the video game side. Like my buddies and I growing up, we always played video games like at night, but we were always outside. If we could be, we were outside. Video games were kind of our afterthought. And I got back into video games seriously because I learned like I was out of school or out of high school for about say 4 years at the time. And I realized like I was missing something, and it hit me. I was like, I'm just a competitive person in nature, extremely competitive, which shows in my streams, unfortunately, at times. But I need that. I need that competitive aspect of life, and video games, luckily, is bringing it back into me. And so I transitioned to this, and I'm like, well, I'm totally different from what people know me as, or knew me as, I should say. So it's almost weird for me to like push that out, because like that's not who I ever was or anything like that.
And that's who you are now.
Well, I know, but that's the weird thing for me is like whenever I began the whole journey, I was like, I don't want them knowing about this side of my life and me feeling like this. I hate to say a loser, because I don't think any of us are losers, and I know I'm not. But like I thought it was like a loser lifestyle if I sit inside and I play video games.
You're not wrong, because when I tell my friend, or when I tell my actual family members what I'm doing, they see what I'm doing, because I don't care. I'll share it.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you play video games. Oh, like that. And I'm like, oh yeah. You know how much Ninja makes?
Thank you. That's what I do.
I was like, you know how much Ninja makes? More than you, Mr. Teacher.
Whenever Ninja first hit, what he hit like his first time he hit over 1 million subs or something. And I was telling my family, because my dad, he doesn't truly support this, but I was like, I'm just gonna let you know, this is $5 a month, and he has this many subs. Do the math on how much that is per month, just in that, not including donos, not including sponsorships, any of that. And I was like, okay, now how stupid am I for wanting to do this? And don't get me wrong, don't get in it for the money.
Yeah.
Do not do it. But also don't look at people as being a loser for wanting to
only flex that shit if they're talking shit.
Yeah, exactly. Like you flex, be like, hey, the money's there to be had. Booga overnight became multimillionaire. Like there's money to be had in this industry, and I don't think people understand that concept. They think it's all just a bunch of losers, and like, no, we're all real cool people.
This is a perfect example here with the big row going around. Guess where all your athletes are? On Twitch.
No.
Yep.
Right here on Facebook.
Streaming. Got Ronda Rousey on Facebook.
Oh, and sometimes on
Ronda
YouTube.
Ronda Rousey, JaVale McGee, Brittany Griner. Who else?
Okay. Which brings it back to like the downfalls of Facebook.
Wait, before we leave that, Tbarg.
Yes.
I was exactly like you. I grew up with sports. I played football, basketball, baseball. I would switch between every sport for 2 months on a weekend. I would play football in one city, drive to a basketball tournament, and then go back to baseball games.
Yep.
Growing up, video games was at night. As soon as I did this, as soon as I started streaming on Facebook, the people who used to make fun of me who used to do that are now asking me for tips.
I know.
Are now asking me, how do I get started?
Yeah.
I don't think you should shy away from your personal stuff. Yeah, your family's not gonna. My dad wasn't supportive at the beginning. He's like, why? Why are you gonna waste your time? He saw my growth. He goes, okay. He's got somewhere. He's doing something.
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
And you never know. There are some of those friends that may actually be supportive and want to follow you, that you're limiting them from following you because you don't share on your Facebook.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I see that side of it, and I've more recently, like in the past year, started to grow out of it. I'm like, you know what, this, especially at my reunion, whenever people started saying stuff, that's whenever I was like, screw it. Yeah, like this is what I do. And people would tell me, I had a girl I graduated with. She was like, I just wished I could do that. And I go, Julie, now I'm just going to be real with you. You are a decent looking girl. You could probably have a little bit of success, and probably more than I'll ever have by doing this. I'm like, if you have a love for video games, if you're decent at video games, you're a good looking girl, you got some starter kits here working for you, you know?
Wait.
Oh, demonetized already.
Dude, I probably.
But it's weird. Like you said, once people find out, then they, like you, Monte, they start asking. They're really genuinely curious about it. Yeah. They start explaining like the money that's in it and stuff. And then their ears really perk up and like, wait, you could make that much money sitting playing video games all day? Yeah, if you're lucky.
Yeah.
You can make the same amount of money these people are making on a regular day-to-day job, and you don't even have to be big.
Exactly. No, that's the other thing. Like, there's so many people that make, like, I'll say, like, my dad's salary, like, in general, they make that. Barely anybody knows their name, but, like, still, hey, I'm making a full-time salary. That's the way I look at it. Like, I don't need to be big. You know, you don't have to be big to make money. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's the thing. Even just having fun, just have fun with it is one of the biggest parts, and understanding that you're not in it for the money. You're there to just do what you love and have fun with it and meet people that you just love spending time with and talking to all the time.
Yeah. My biggest regret is actually like figuring this whole side of me out way before, like when I first got out of college, or not first got out because I never really graduated. Mm-hmm. But when I was first going to college, I wish this was in place when I first got here, because imagine me knowing what I know now back then. And then still streaming and then being where I'm at, like at age now, I probably would have been up there already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully. But that's what I think.
I agree with you. Like I think about that about Fortnite all the time. Like, geez, if I was as talented towards the end of my Fortnite side of things at the beginning of Fortnite, like whenever it all blew up, I'm like, geez, think about where I could have been, just by knowing what I know now about the industry and how to do, how to manipulate the different social medias and what's worth putting out, what's not worth putting out, how to manipulate a chat, let alone social media. That's a whole nother ball game. But yeah,
I started Facebook.
Yep.
And now we're on like genuine like stuff. I love it.
I know.
Good talks though.
That's the thing. That's the thing about podcasts, bro. This is why I like it. This is why I like it so much.
Yeah.
Right. Let's talk some shit on Facebook.
Let's
talk some on Facebook.
Well, we talked about one big one about Facebook that irks me to the bone, and I get the marketing scheme, I understand it, but at the end of the day, push your creators who are putting the hashtag time in. I understand. So for a little backstory.
Yeah, they do. They're called partners, bro.
Yeah, they're called partners. They all put their time in like they're once a month stream. Yeah.
But even then, they don't do it to all partners, because some of them ended up leaving because of them.
Yes. So a little backstory for those of you who are watching or listening. Facebook recently has been doing this thing where they decide they're going to partner these people who have already made a name for themselves in the world, whether it's professional athlete or on Instagram or what have you. Somehow they're already big.
Yep.
And they bring them in, partner them, and every time they go live, they push that content to every single person on that platform that could even relatively relate in any facet. Yep. And then there's us, us small streamers that are grinding hours. Like today, I did 10 hours streaming today alone. I don't get pushed out to those people, so it's like, that's one huge frustration going on right now. And I think I can speak for Facebook streamers as a whole. We're all very starting to get irritated by this, where big people are being pushed who they don't need that extra help for the views. They're going to pull a decent amount of views.
Most of them already had Facebook pages.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
they literally just changed the title.
Mm-hmm. So that's one frustration. How about some other ones, guys? What bugs you guys about the platform?
The fact that there's no achievable steps other than not being anything to level up.
Yeah.
There's like a clear, like, hey, cool, I got to get to 100 followers, and then from there I can get to level up.
Yeah.
And then from there, it's like, partner, where are you? Like, how do I get it?
Yeah.
And they're like, invite only. So you can be partnered. You can be partnered at really small, and you can be partnered at super huge, but you never know.
Yep.
And then now they're dabbling with the fact that some people are getting supporters, some people aren't. Okay. To be honest, Tactical Grandma, not to say anything about her, but I mean, she only has the 10,000 followers. She now has a sub. Like, there's people that have 30K, don't even have a sub button.
Yep. Yeah. But that's also an interesting thing to look at, because one thing I like to do whenever I'm looking at a streamer who say, hey, they have a sub button, or they have this many views, or they're talking about having this many views, is going and looking and seeing like the share spam. Mm-hmm. And so rumor has it, and this is another problem with Facebook. Everything is rumor has it. There's no, like you're saying, there's no definitive guidelines or anything like that.
There's no definitive do's and don'ts.
Yeah, but there's rumor has it the people who are doing these massive, like, I don't want to call them share trains, but like people who share a ton, and you look at 300 shares.
Sorry, Tbarg.
Like, no, not you.
I was like,
no, not like what you did, but like they'll do it themselves from their account. Yeah. And that limits, if they have a history of doing that, supposedly Facebook takes that into account in partnering people, because they want the most organic growth possible. And I think we hit on this whenever we did the podcast the first time. They also look at, like, if you boost your posts, apparently that plays into it too. Like, if you've spent a ton of money. It doesn't
make any sense, because ads are like the perfect thing you can do to grow your stream also, especially on Facebook.
And you would think that Facebook would want that money.
I just found out that it's a thing that they're like, oh, no.
Yeah. So I think at the end of the day, Facebook wants the most organic growth out of your channel as possible. And that's what they look for in their partners, is people, because it's Facebook's whole idea is community. And I think that's how they look at it, is, the people who are organic have these very good communities that we're willing to back, rather than the people who are sharing and paying money to get it out like crazy. But absolutely. I mean, that's just so much uncertainty and like so much gray area on the platform.
Mm-hmm. But that reachability, though.
Oh, I know. Monte, I know you got something else you don't like about Facebook. Let's talk about it.
Ooh. Now, okay.
Don't be big.
Okay. Granted, I love the Facebook gaming team.
Mm-hmm.
And I know people who watch this might be partners. People who listen might be partners. People who don't, yeah. And this comes in with networking, which we hit earlier. But if Facebook can do what Mixer does and help small streamers,
forces the partners to
yes,
yeah.
Because I hate the raid system that Facebook has. Okay.
Ooh.
Now, granted, I even said this on the earlier one, and I felt bad, and I was like, I might not bring that up. I'm gonna bring it up. I never once got raided, but when it's like, hey, you're ending your stream, do you want to send to someone? Don't put partners. Okay. Partner, you signed the partners already.
Yeah.
They did the work. They have the community. And I'm going to cuss, and I'm sorry. Why in the fuck do I want to send my 2 to 3 viewers to someone who has 300 or 1K or 2K or like all these viewers already watching? Why not put level up people?
Yeah.
In the raid only, like level up only.
They should, to piggyback off what you're saying, they should put the people that are at the bottom of the view list.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
They put the people at the top. And that's not okay. And that's not helping.
And it's a limited list.
Yeah. I think it's 8 people.
I would say like between probably 7 and 10 channels, what you get as an option to send your viewers to.
Unless you actually know the person that you want to raid to and they happen to be streaming.
Yeah. And you can search them.
But see, and if they're not, then you have these viewers and you're like, well, that's it, guys. Like, I guess I'll send you to this partner. And the thing about that is like, you might lose those viewers.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because if they're like, well, hold up, this popular streamer is streaming at the same time. Why am I going to watch this smaller streamer?
And now you just introduced me to this good streamer.
Yeah.
Well, partner. Into this partner streamer. That sounds better than level up.
Mm-hmm.
So and it's not going to make me switch back, but if they can do that, that's a changer.
Yeah, it'd be nice. I mean, the way it's hard, right? Because we all know Facebook is very young. They're making a name in the industry in leaps and bounds. Every year, the year-to-year growth is massive, and they're really pulling big chunks. But it's also, how long can you bear with the issues? And, everyone's like, just keep grinding it out. Keep grinding it out. Well, how long can you grind it out before you are like, well, that platform, I don't hear people saying grind it out.
You just so happen to have a sub button.
Yeah.
And it sucks because they're driving away streamers.
Yep. A lot of people are leaving. A lot.
Even partners.
Mm-hmm.
One, because of the celebrities, but like a lot of level up are leaving because there's nothing for them.
Yeah.
Like for instance, you see this growth. You're like, oh, you see these views, and then all of a sudden Facebook's like, oh, okay.
Our algorithm's broken.
Yeah, our algorithm's broken. Figure it out on your own.
Notifications are broken. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's always something else.
It drops like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how can I go from a 32K view stream to the next day playing the same game and getting like 100 views?
Yep.
Like,
it's so weird, and like playing with the times of days and all these different aspects, and you just you could do the exact same stream the day after or the next week on the exact same day, of the week at the exact same time. Or you can
even have a better stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like it could perform way worse. Like you could have the best stream of your life. You get done, you're like, yeah, that was amazing. Go get your notification of your insights, and you're like, wow, my stream yesterday where I played terrible or was in a bad mood or just wasn't feeling it did great. And then I look at my stream today where I was in a great mood and things went amazing and just pulled nothing.
Yeah.
It's so weird. And there's no, like we've said, there's so much gray area. We don't even know how to take it. Like they can tell you what your views are, but what's that actually mean?
And I mean, like you said, Facebook gaming still growing. I think it's a smaller team compared to these other companies or these other streaming platforms. But I mean,
just that department though, because Facebook is huge.
Yeah.
But just in the gaming department, for some reason, it's like not that many people from what I've seen.
It's like you have the whole company of Apple, or you have like all these people at Facebook, but like you have a Taco Bell staff running Facebook gaming. Like,
I get what you're saying though. Absolutely. But hey, on the bright side, on the upside of Facebook, if you guys don't know, Facebook Gaming has an app on Android. Gonna be releasing. Oh, is he back here?
Yeah.
And we'll have it on an iOS soon. So like, if they have that going for them, hopefully that helps a little bit, and hopefully that fixes some of the issues.
From what I saw, it's literally just our tab
Yeah.
Is that
The
all it
gaming
is?
on
tab
an
now.
app.
No. The on Android?
Yeah.
You guys
It's
have
literally the gaming tab
oh,
where it has clips and not that many live streams. The only live streams are partners.
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's
They
not
should
get
have-
on that tangent.
I know what they should have, since we're already at that app. The app, they should have a Facebook wall like you do on your actual Facebook, but just live streams on Facebook
Yes.
Gaming, the app.
That'd be awesome. That's so awesome.
And you can just scroll and then just hop
Yeah.
in streams.
Yeah, and again,
Exactly.
like nothing
Or-
against the Facebook gaming team. Like I love for instance, like Phil Ranta. I'm sorry if I butchered your last name. Josh, I don't know your last name. But like those two guys.
His
right
last name's
there,
Catch Me Streaming.
Catch me streaming.
no,
Yeah.
that's not.
We all
freaking
know
last
we
name.
know everybody by their Twitter handles.
That's not their freaking last name. But
I
like those
know.
two guys right there, like they've done so much for like at the start.
Yeah, you know that Phil Ranta actually follows a lot of us.
yeah.
I'm followed
And-
by like Phil follows me. Josh,
Yeah.
he made
Too.
yeah.
Like
Back
I'll just talk to you on Twitter.
to go back to that, I actually was like a little hyped when I first started on Facebook because Josh was actually following me.
Oh, that's
Really?
crazy.
Yeah, so I was like,
That's big.
oh shit.
Wow.
And then all of a sudden, like, I checked again and he unfollowed me. I was like, oh.
yeah.
Shout out Josh. Why did you unfollow me?
Serious question though.
Just kidding. Go ahead. Sorry, my fault.
No, you're good. I was gonna maybe get into that. We kind of come full circle back to the social media, and I kind of think, for me personally, this is something I wanted to ask you about, and it's almost a good thing we had to do a retake. So, how about a streamer loot and stuff going on right now? I'm excited to hear about everything going on with that. But let's plug fill the viewers in on what is going down right now.
Y'all need if you guys are using any other place other than Streamer Loot, you guys need to switch now.
Yes. Agreed.
I've seen this company grow because I started like not when it first was a thing. It probably was like not even a year old yet.
Yeah.
When I hopped in.
Me too.
And it was just like, even then from the start, it was like, dude, you're already going to be making more money on Streamer Loot than all these other platforms.
Yeah.
The only downside to some people, because I didn't see it as a downside, but the only thing at the start was like, oh, damn, I have to pay like $30 to get in. Yeah. Like, that kind of sucks. Like, I don't know if I want to do that. What if I'm not going to sell any merch? That's a waste of $30. In my head, which is why I pulled the trigger so early, was let me see who's on Streamer Loot. Mm-hmm. When I was on there wasn't that many people on there.
Yep.
And the Discord was not as much as it was now.
Yeah.
And I was in the Discord with D-Wolf, with Darkness, with Pool Shark, with all of these dudes were on Streamer Loot and occasionally would be in chat. Yep. Not that I was thinking that anything was going to happen, but it's just crazy to think that like those dudes were on the same platform as me.
Mm-hmm.
In the same Discord, like, was wild. And so it was like, yo, these $30 is like my ticket to networking, like awesomeness. Even if it's not even with them, like just getting into a community and like just being able to like go back and forth. Like
that's where we met.
That's where we met. That's where all of us met.
Well,
yes, all of us, except for Wizard Milk. Chris was like in my real life friend. How did y'all meet?
I met him through those custom
Pipeline?
Customs.
Oh, the customs. Mm-hmm. So technically Pipeline.
Yeah.
But yeah, most of us met each other through Streamer Loot.
Yeah.
And like now it's come to a point where like anybody who's anybody on, especially Facebook, because they're trying to market more towards Facebook. Yeah. Anybody who's anybody on Facebook literally has a merch store on Streamer Loot.
Yeah. And
they're all in the same Discord. They all We all like interact. We all hang out with each other. Like even just right now, Hobo. Have you guys ever heard of Hobo? Hobo's in chat like, hey guys, look what I just made. And I'm like, bro, that shit's fire. And everybody's like, oh man, like thanks, bro. Like Hobo's like, yeah, man, thanks. Like that's just crazy. Like Hobo has like what? How many followers? 12,000 or something. Let's just say that. Yeah. Like imagine that. Like me interacting only 500 followers with somebody like that. Yep. Not even trying to get him to follow me, but just like it's wild to like be able to be in the same
13K
room
yeah.
as them.
I think that's interesting. Like just all together, you know, I can speak of that for Discord myself, and I'm not even in streamer loots yet. It's coming, but like having even just being in a Discord with people like that just makes you feel better. Like you have a chance, maybe is the best way to put it. Like I know I'm in a Discord that D-Wolf is in, and it's so weird to be like, whoa, I watch you, and you're like, in theory, a big streamer, and now I could connect with you even. So it's awesome that you guys have that with Streamer Loot, and you have that awesome connection.
Yeah.
And you guys have a little competition going on, right?
Oh yeah. And so that has been going on probably the last few series.
Yeah.
But
since
the thing with Streamer Loot is that the owner, shout out 9812, that guy is a grinder. He literally like since day one, he came out with like, hey, like I'm gonna do a series. So I'm gonna pick a few streamers, and then I'm gonna reimagine your logo into matching like series with everybody else.
Yeah.
And your name is gonna be out there.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna announce you on Streamer Loot's fucking Twitter.
Yeah. Yep.
Everything.
And like on everything. Well, except for Instagram. Their Instagram they don't use for some reason anymore, which sucks. But like that last tweet, like when they announced that I got picked, because I'm in the series, and luckily for me, I'm pretty sure this is why I got in so early that now I'm like part of the group that always gets picked.
That's awesome.
And so I got picked obviously like for this one, and when they announced like, hey, we're gonna leak the designs, I was in the same like tweet as like, well, what's her full name? Emma Stunna. Like Emma Stunna. Like I'm on the same tweet as her. A partner. Like what? Like that's crazy.
And they can how does this competition work? They just whoever sells most merch, right?
Yeah, whoever sells the most merch gets a backpack that got redesigned with the series also.
That's awesome.
And then a pair of shoes that is also like custom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, these ones actually look like
they're sick.
I wouldn't have worn the other ones, to be honest, because the type of shoe it was. But like these ones are like slip-ons. I'm like,
fire, dude. They're pretty sick.
Go.
I take all of these off and then just put those in.
That's awesome. So I guess we should ask: do you have a discount code for listeners if they want to go check out?
Unfortunately, not. Then the reason why, and this is me being the businessman myself. To be honest, only if a handful of people, literally a handful of people, have bought my merch.
Yeah.
And I don't care. Because I bought in early to gain a community and like to be a part of something.
Yep.
And I've always, whenever the series comes out, I always buy my own merch just to have the series one.
Oh, that's awesome though.
I know. I should have done that.
At least the series one. Because they take it away and then there's no going back. They're not going to release it.
Can't get it.
And so, and to top it off, if I'm the only one that has it, it now becomes
one of a kind.
Limited. Yeah. Like I'm the only motherfucker that has it.
Yeah.
Well, I think 98. Okay, so like you said, I was part of that founders group as well, because now we're split up. To where it's founder, his dog, to where it's founders, and now the introduction of Loot X, which is their new tier systems.
Oh, sorry. Let me finish this sentence real quick. Okay. So the reason why I don't have a discount code is because with Streamer Loot, you actually can name your price of what the shirts are, which is fucking cool. And so with me, I was like, nobody's really buying my stuff, why would I have a discount code to take 10% off or 20% off when nobody's buying it, when I can price it at less than that 20% discount code? And I literally make like a few dollars when you buy my merch. But it's better for you guys because you're spending what, $20 on a shirt that you would have normally spent $25 on or more. 28,
something like
you
that.
only spend $20 on a shirt, you know, unless it's a series one, you can't switch the price on that one. But then that makes it even more enticing. Like, hey, this one's a little bit more expensive because this is a limited time offer. All the other shirts, they're going to be $20. Everything else, like my dad hats, usually are almost $30. Those are 20 that I made.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I don't have a discount code, but I made it so that it's cheap for you guys.
Yeah, it's like having a discount code more or less.
Yeah,
by how you price it. I guess.
Correct.
I think with my new logo, I think I might do that because I kept the prices, and I do have a discount code. But now the way you're talking about it, I'm like, well, yeah, that makes sense.
Because it's better for somebody to buy your shirt once at a discount already than, hey guys, like my shirt's $30, and immediately they're gonna be like, oh fuck, like.
And I've had that before, and I'm like, I should lower it. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, you know
you're gonna reprice your stuff.
Oh no, not that. Like the founders, and now they're introducing that Loot X, the different tiers. And you know, there's a new overhaul of everything.
Huge overhaul.
Yeah, like our starting out, the support system was crazy. You know, you had to send a support ticket for every little thing now, and it's smart. He's putting everything in our hands. So like if you wanted to change a design or add a design, you had to send it in. Now it's going to be where you design it yourself.
Okay.
Yeah. So
crazy.
Yeah, dude. Streamer Loot, guys, if you're not on, if you're thinking about selling merch, get on it. It's
even if you didn't get in when we got in, you would still just do it.
Yeah.
Because the amount of stuff that they're gonna give you for that money. Like, shit you not, like when they first announced it, I'm paying $6 a month for Linktree, which is kind of like Stream Links or whatever. But if you pay for the pro membership, you actually get like the logos on the side. You can customize your background. You can embed YouTube videos. So if somebody clicks on, hey, this is my recent YouTube video, they can actually watch it from Linktree. I don't know if you knew that, Monte. I'm telling you now. It's $6. It's $6 a month to do that. But since I'm a founder and I've gotten in so early with Streamer Loot, I actually just to give you guys a heads up, they're actually gonna make that a thing with Streamer Loot X. To where you can have all your socials on there. So all you need to do is just link your Streamer Loot link on everything, and then once they click that, they're gonna be like, oh cool, here's the Twitter, here's your Instagram, here's your Twitch, here's your Patreon, here's your TikTok, here's everything.
That's huge. This company never ceases to amaze me. Like, and I'm not, so this is coming from someone who is not a part of Streamer Loot yet, guys. So like, I can't even speak for like, you know, promoting them. I can just speak from what I've seen and from word of mouth of this company. Like, I'm so pumped myself now that we got the new logo up and everything to get on Streamer Loot and be a part of what they're doing there. I mean, I'm just so impressed.
Yeah, and granted, guys, they're still a small company, but what Nine has done so far, now we have international stuff. There's a distribution center in Europe. Now there's a distribution center in Mexico.
There you go.
What else? He's expanded distribution centers.
He's expanding merch.
Yeah. And I think
because you're not in the Discord yet, Tbarg, but he's like testing out mouse pads. He's testing out well, not testing. He's actually going to put out the beer coasters. I mean soda coasters.
He He's doing
like
some crazy
a bunch
stuff.
of new stuff. He said they're gonna have at least 100 new products that you can add.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to check it out.
To bring back the pricing, just to
Mhm.
show you. Do you have the premium T-shirts on yours or the regulars, Monte? Because it just says T, so I'm guessing it's the regular one, right?
Hold up, give me a second. Are you talking about like the champion? By the way, champion merch.
Oh, and they have champion merch, but we'll get into that right now.
Yeah.
But like, just to show you guys my thought process for my pricing. Like, is yours a premium shirt or no?
Hold up, dog.
Do you know?
I'm getting there.
So my T-shirts start at $15.
Okay. Mine.
I just looked up at yours. I don't know if it's premium or not, but your shirts start at 25.
Yeah.
And with that pricing, Streamer Loot, just to give you guys an insight on business, Streamer Loot says you can only have this shirt minimum at $10, and then the rest is your guys's. But hey, let's start off and put it at $25 because that's where you should sell your merch at.
Yeah. If you want,
which is fine. Which is fine because like that's where everybody's shirt prices are at anyways. But you have the added benefit of like seeing how much profit you make off of it, and then you could lower it to that.
Yeah.
So if you want to. So with me, for shits and giggles, I'm pretty sure it isn't a premium, but your regular tee is 25, mine's 15. That's already a $10 difference.
Yeah. And I think you make
I'm like
$3 because I think the shirts
$5 or $3 to $5
Yeah.
on a shirt, which is fine because that's $3 or $4 more
Extra,
than I had.
Yeah.
So let's try to do this math really quick. 20% off of $25. You know that quick math?
25% off of $25.
10% is $250.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say 20%.
Yeah, I know.
$250.
Okay, so let's just go with that.
$250. Five would be 20%. $5 would be 20%.
Okay. All right. So, oh my God, you're getting 20% off with my code Cafetero. So your shirt price is now $22.50. But mine is now $15 instead of $22.50.
Smart.
I got it. Yeah.
Which is way more than 20%.
Yeah. That's true.
So,
and
that's the beautiful thing with Streamer Loot.
And the thing about it too is your discount code comes out of your profits.
Yeah, so it's literally the same thing if you lower your money.
Yeah. But we're going back to Champion. Okay.
Yeah.
That was a huge thing.
They have name brand shit on there.
Yes. Huge thing.
Which I for some reason I haven't done yet. I guess I'm waiting for Streamer Loot X because we can get champions on there too, right?
No, you're founder, you automatically get it. You just have
to that's what I'm saying.
You have
once I sign up or once I actually get my Loot X, like I can get it, right?
You can get it now.
Oh, I don't have to pay for it?
You just have to pay. Are you going to switch to Loot X? Why?
Well, I think I get it for free.
No.
Or I got a super, super, super discount.
No. We'll talk about this. Sure. We'll talk about this after.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But go ahead.
Yeah, with Champion, like when he first announced, he was like, really the only streamers who had it at that time were Dr. Lupo and Tim the Tatman and like other top brand streamers.
Yeah.
And then now Nine took Champion, a high known brand now, and gave it to us, like small streamers, partner streamers.
We're taking that shit for granted.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah, I had Champion lineup. I was like, yo, Montelongo Champion collab. Let's go. And I mean, it didn't. I mean, I'm not that many people bought, but people bought, and that's crazy. Like
because it's Champion.
Yeah, like my old logo, I got to update it, is on Champion merch, and that's crazy to me that was offered. And then now some of the stuff that he's coming out with and coming up with is like, what? You're saying I can do what? Like, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Tbarg's like, God, man, you're making me feel like I should have signed up earlier.
Yeah, dude, I mean, it is what it is. But
I
like,
wish I would have.
Also, from what I found out is, I don't know if it's going live when it goes live, but apparently you can accept donos.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's gonna
from Streamer Loot.
It's gonna be a whole thing. It's crazy.
So instead of using like use my link for Stream Elements or use my link for Streamlabs, use my link for Streamer Loot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy, guys.
Got a
bro. And if Facebook finally puts out the fact that we can put bots on our live streams, imagine the possibilities of like all the shit that you have with Streamer Loot and like integrate it with Facebook and a bot.
Yeah,
Stone has bots.
Dog.
Stone has a bot working on his stream. I don't know the specifics behind it, but we have talked about it in pipeline. So like I do know that bots are a thing. There's some sort of integration that is being used. I don't know if Facebook's going to come out with their own.
Well, I know that they have something right now because you can put in the chat like exclamation point notify, and you have it right away.
Yeah,
that's commands.
Like those commands. But I mean, that's a bot essentially.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, I know Stone. I want to say this is a third-party app. This is not through Facebook, but I know Stone has a bot on his stream now. So there's some sort of integration that you can do. I don't know how like extensive it is. I don't know what all it can do, but Stone does have something working for him.
Yeah.
And it's not Facebook doing it. So
that's
coming.
That's pretty cool.
But yeah, we just got to get all these like clickety clack coders to do it.
Yeah.
Well, guys,
Monte, how long we been going?
We've been going 2 hours.
Been going for
2 hours.
Forever.
I think that's probably
we're the new Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking the exact same thing.
Like,
oh man, guys, we're gonna go all night. I'm tired. I'm not. I mean, I'm tired, but Tbarg's pretty tired.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go watch me some Outer Banks and get ready for my coffee and candy crush.
Wow.
Saturday morning.
Use code Cafetero at 40 Thieves.
At 40 Thieves.
That's another thing. Yeah. Before we sign off, 9 is also expanding. He has.
Bro, he just out of nowhere just bought a coffee company.
He's like, hey guys, I bought a coffee company. Affiliates for that soon.
Okay.
Coffee?
On Streamer Loot.
Yeah.
On Streamer Loot.
Yeah. Just like coffee.
And if you want to put some more fuel in the fire, remember how I said that $30 can go a long way?
Yeah.
If I wasn't in the Streamer Loot, I wouldn't have seen that right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Fabian Calf is.
I was the first motherfucker that said something.
Yeah. Calf is actually an affiliate for that 40 Thieves.
I was one of the first batch. Yeah.
Here you go.
His nickname is actually coming true, guys.
I'm the coffee man. I'm the coffee man.
That's why I call him Calf.
Go to him for all your coffee needs.
Cafe.
Yeah. Café. Café colombiano.
Well,
there you go.
Well, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Again, sorry for the first one and all the technical difficulties of this one, but I hope y'all enjoy it. Thank you to Calf for coming out, being our first guest. Guys,
Thank you. It's an honor. Thank you, guys.
Be on the lookout for more. Me and Tbarg right now have a list of guests that we want and a list of guests that we are going to have. To people who.
And I really hope that you guys stick with this because this is something I've been wanting to do for a long ass time. And I couldn't stick with it because of my fucking family life. So I really wish I hope you guys do this. I wish you guys the best.
Thank you.
And pull whoever you guys need to fucking grow this shit.
Oh yeah.
I'll be a supporter.
Appreciate it.
Oh,
hey, real quick before we get off, plug your channel.
Yeah. Plug.
Everywhere. Well, Twitch right now is just El Cafetero, no number. So it's El Cafetero. And I'm sure my name is on here somewhere. But you can find me on Twitch, El Cafetero.
Your other way.
That way? Other way? El Cafetero on Twitch. Yep. But then everything else, like my Facebook gaming, which I'll probably go back to, is ElCafetero70. Yep. My Instagram, ElCafetero70. Yep. My Twitter, ElCafetero70. You can email me for business inquiries at ElCafetero70@gmail.com.
All right, go. You know what I'm going to do?
Got it all.
I'm going to grab his link tree.
On Streamer Loot. Yeah, on Streamer Loot, you can find me on catalog, streamerloot.com or .co/collection/ElCafetero70. You can find me on Oh, you can use my code at 40 Thieves Coffee. Just Cafetero. What else? I think that's it. That's all I really pulled. Or that's all I really plug all the time.
You know what?
That's awesome.
Guys, I'm just going to grab
40,
his link
40
tree.
Thieves gang, homie.
I'm just going to grab his link tree. Y'all use that.
Everything is there.
Yeah.
Put it in the description.
Put it in the description. Mine will be there. Tbarg's will be there.
Link tree / ElCafetero70.
Oh my God. Everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Awesome.
Little tip to leave you guys, everybody. When you pick a name, if you're listening to this and you're barely like gonna get into streaming, if you're gonna pick a name, pick something that you can put on every single social media platform, so that you can just say, hey guys, my username or my name is ElCafetero70 for me, for instance, and you literally can find me. Oh, my fault. And on TikTok, I'm ElCafetero70. You can literally find me on everything with the same username.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can email me on the same username.
Yeah.
Everything. Make it all the same.
Yep. All right, guys. I think that's a wrap on that.
Yep. Guys,
that we call it.
Appreciate everyone who's listening, everybody who's watching.
Bye.
And as always, we'll catch you on the next one.